Hi, everybody. I'm James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. All right, this one is called I'm Not Coughing. Yes. Look, back in the days, it was back in 1978. I was like 13 years old or something like that. 12 or 13 years old. Well, anyway, me and three of my friends were approached by a known drug dealer, and they asked us to go to the AMP for them, the grocery store. Y'all remember the AMP, grocery. So they asked us to go to the grocery store for them and purchase a piece of Gerber baby juice. Remember the little glass bottles? They was about this big. The glass bottles, they asked us to purchase some baby juice and stuff, and they would purchase it. They would pay for it. So, you know, and then he was gonna give us $5 a piece. Who wouldn't do it? At that time. So so all of a sudden we went in and got the juice and everything, and then we walked to the park. We walked to the park to try to get rid of the juice because they wanted us to buy the juice and get rid of the juice and give them the bottles. So I didn't know what was going on. So we went to the park to try to drink it, drink it up and stuff like that. But we were unsuccessful with drinking it up, because there was prune juice and everything in there, and we couldn't drink it all up. So we ended up pouring it out in the bushes, pouring it out. Put the top back on there and just putting it back into the case, because they came in cases. So after that, we did that for a week. Yeah. So we got $5 every time we did it. So we did it for a week. We started doing that for a week, and it was going pretty smooth, until one day, it could this continued for a week, but then all of a sudden the cashier started asking us for ID to purchase it. Yes, she asked us for ID to purchase it. So we just said, forget it. We just left there, and I was just curious. I started thinking and stuff like that. So we couldn't go to the AMP anymore. We had to go to another store. So I got kind of curious about what were they doing? What were they doing with these bottles? Why did they want us to get the bottles, just the bottles and stuff like that? So I was just real curious about it. So we were walking down the street, walking down St. Lawrence, and we got to 50th Street. This was in Chicago, 50th and St. Lawrence. And we was walking down the street, and all of a sudden, everybody looked like zombies. They looked like zombies. Yeah. So I didn't know what was going on until I saw one guy turn up that bottle, that little bottle. He was drinking something out of there. And I asked him, I said, what's that? What's that you got in there? He said, yeah, man, it's this syrup, man. It's the syrup. And I said, what? And they kept going to sleep when they was talking. You talking to them, they were trying to go to sleep. And it was and on the bottle was taped two tablets. Two tablets were taped to the bottle. Two tablets. So I said, man, what is this? So that's what they need the bottles for. They need the bottles so they can pour that stuff in there, that syrup in there. And man, after that, I didn't want to do it no more, to be honest with you. I didn't want to do it no more, because, you know, these people, these were people that I knew, I knew from the block and stuff like that. And they were going, get ready to pass out and stuff like that. So I said, man, I don't want to contribute to that kind of type of stuff. I don't want to do it no more. And my other friend said he didn't want to do it, but one of my friends said, forget that, man. I don't care what they do. They can nod all they want to. They can nod out if they want to. I'm making that money. I'm just gonna make the money. So he kept trying to get, get the juice and stuff like that. He kept trying, but I quit. That's I said, forget it, man. I can do better, like getting the paper out or shoveling snow or raking some grass and stuff. I can do better, doing that right there for money. Yeah. That just goes to show you, though. You can take the easy way or you can take the hard way. You can take the hard way. The easy way is trying to make money by doing something deceptive. So you can take the easy way or take the hard way. If you got any morals, you take the hard way. Yeah. All right. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share. Share my videos with your family. Share my videos with your friends. Share my videos with your loved ones. And even share it with your enemies. Adios.